Hello, my name is Ray Lopez, and I'd like to welcome you to this episode of Lopez Live. On today's show, we'll be discussing the Greenway Trail System and the park system in the district. We're constantly looking for ways we can enhance our Greenway system and our parks so that residents can maximize the use and experience the benefit of these wonderful amenities to our district. Now I would like to welcome my guest today, Ángel Rivera from the San Antonio Parks Department. Welcome.
Thank you.
Well, I'm glad to have you out here. You know, a lot of folks in our community use these parks, don't really understand a whole lot about them other than it's a cool thing to have. So why don't we talk a little bit about the parks and how we got to where we are and that kind of stuff. So tell me a little bit about, or tell us a little bit about the Howard Peak Greenway Trail System.
Okay, so we currently have 57 miles of built trail citywide, mainly along Leon Creek, Salado Creek, Medina River, and the West Side Creeks. We have about 30 miles of trails that are currently under design or under construction, and we have 26 miles of trail that are in the very early stages of planning. We're also building on different territories to be able to reach out to multiple neighborhoods in San Antonio. This system of hike and bike trails is a very much needed system for the citizens of San Antonio, and it has been very well received. And we have received a lot of positive input by our citizens, and we have heard many stories of people that have improved their health by using our Greenway system, and also have lost weight by just working out on our Greenway system, riding their bikes, or just walking.
Well, I remember years ago, even before I got on council, the discussion was building this emerald ring around the city, right? Making it available to everybody. And I think as people started to kind of get in the groove, they started realizing, what is this really and how does it affect me? And you just talked about the biggest effect really is for people's health and well-being, not to mention the quality of life within our community. So thank you for highlighting those very, very important assets for us. Now, I also know you talked about the 3 different creekway systems. Now, we also have an intent here to manage flood control, to do those kinds of things, because this is all on green belts, on, if you will, drainage plains. So is that a big part of what we do here? Is that a big consideration?
Our main goal is to continue to build along Leon Creek, Salado Creek, and Medina River, but also we're trying to focus also on building along different tributaries to be able to reach out to multiple neighborhoods in San Antonio.
And a lot of that is for flood control and those
Correct.
kinds of things, right?
Yes.
So what is a typical, I mean, do we have a standard for what a trailhead looks like, or do they kind of all look different?
Our typical trails are 10-foot wide, accessible concrete trails. We have some asphalt in some areas. We have along the trail rest nodes. We have mile markers and wayfinding information at different locations. We have trailheads at major intersections. In our trailheads, you can find drinking fountains, you can find portable toilets, and you can find different wayfinding information. We also have nature trails, dirt trails along our creekways as well.
Well, there's a lot of people I know that use them, and I think that most people don't really realize that we're putting those kinds of amenities out here. They think it's just a parking lot and you get in and ride your bike. You guys are doing a great job in providing those kinds of amenities for our community. Now, what do we do? Is there a website, or how do we get information out to the public? I mean, there's a lot of folks like me that know that they're here, but really don't know what time they open, what time they close, you know, who can use them, what's available. Is there some information, a website or things of that nature that are information available for the public?
Yes, yes. If anyone wants to get a map or pictures or any information about our Greenway system, please go to www.sanantonio.gov/creekways, and you'll be able to get maps, and that will be able to guide you or show you how to get to our trailheads.
Very good. Now, on that map, I'm going to assume that there will also be answers to questions like, when am I going to get one near my neighborhood?
Yes.
Right? I get a lot of those questions, right?
Correct.
That's really, really cool, but when am I getting one? So we'll talk a little bit about what we can expect to see in the next few years?
We recently completed a 2.2 mile trail. This is along Leon Creek, and this trail goes from Ingram Trailhead to Military Drive. The portion from Military Drive 2-410 is close on the, it's under construction, and this is due to textile construction. And this construction should be finished by sometime next year, early 2017. And we also completed a 1.6 mile of trail along Culebra and Helotes Creek. For future trails, Hebner Creek will be open this summer, and this creek will go from Leon Creek and from District 6 into District 7, and will end just outside City of Leon Valley. We're also trying to complete the Leon Creek Greenway and connect it from Cathedral Rock to Culebra Park. We also have we're planning to have a trail from tributary of Culebra Creek going all the way to Oscar Park and continuing to Tessel Road.
Well, and that's the part that I really was interested in. I know that the community, with the next bond issue that's coming up, they talk about the investments we want to make, and always parks are very high on the list of what the community wants. But we also talk about connecting those parks, connecting them through the trailheads, and that's exactly what you've described. Two different sources of funding, but still the same notion, the same concept of having parks, park space, and then being able to connect them while people don't have to get on the actual streets. They can actually get into a trailhead and get from park to park. All of those kinds of things are adding to our quality of life and the kinds of things that District 6 and all of San Antonio are expecting. So thank you very much for the hard work that you guys are doing in your department.
Thank you.
And thank you for this great information about the Great Northwest area, the Greenway Trail System. Please stay with us. We'll be right back after a short break to talk about other parks in the district.
We have over 240 city parks throughout San Antonio, thousands of free fitness classes, free swimming pools, and more just waiting for you to explore. Come and see what we have to offer at sanantonio.gov/parksandrec.
Welcome back to the show. We just discussed the Greenway Trail System with Agdel Rivera, and now we're going to be discussing the parks in the district with Sarah Gruber. Welcome to the show, Sarah.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Well, you know what? I mean, it's a wonderful day to be out in the park talking about parks, although I guess in a couple of hours it'll be pretty warm out here.
Yes, we picked a good time of day.
Yes, we did pick a good time of day, and I can see just by the folks coming in and out of here, they're already walking out of here all sweaty after a lot of good engagement with the community, and that's really what those parks are all about, isn't it?
Absolutely. Parks are a great part of our community. They provide a great way for us to engage with nature, a great scenic backdrop for us to get out and exercise. They're where our children play and where we celebrate so many of our life milestones.
Oh, no question about it. And I think people that drive by, as you can see, there's cars driving by this particular park, really don't see it until they realize, oh, I got to go take care of my body, my health, my fitness, and then they say, where's the nearest park? And then they'll pull into one and then realize that this is just really the front door to that park. There's a lot of stuff to the backside of it with the trails. You know, in the previous segment we were talking about the Greenway trails and how we're connecting our parks, and all of that is really, really, I guess, at the core of what we're trying to do for our community, right? To have a great community asset that can be linked together, and this is a great opportunity for us to showcase that with our community. So I know a lot of people realize that parks are really cool places with playscapes, and we do landscaping and all that kind of stuff, but we also have a lot of programs that are made available for the public. Talk a little bit about the programs that are available.
Sure. Well, some people, they may not realize we have over 240 city parks throughout San Antonio, and that includes 19 right here in District 6. But one of the things we want to do, aside from these great facilities, is to offer programming for people to come in and have another reason to enjoy their parks around them. So we offer everything from stargazing to guided nature trail walks to aqua Zumba classes. So everything from beginners to the most elite athletes, there's something for them to enjoy in San Antonio parks.
You talk about aqua Zumba, is that what you said? Okay.
Yes.
So how many of our parks have actual pools in them, and how's the pool program working?
Oh, great. That's definitely one of the best assets we have within San Antonio. The park system offers 23 free pools throughout San Antonio, and we have fun things like Aqua Zumba. We also have free swimming lessons because we want to make sure that citizens throughout our pools are aware of swim safety. So yes, pools is always hot in San Antonio, and we want to provide a great way to jump in and cool off and enjoy our landscape.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, certainly the fitness component of it is incredibly important, but also the quality of life and the longer term effects on individuals, both their health as well as their ability to survive. I mean, learning how to swim is really, really important. It's amazing how there are some kids that haven't had an opportunity to learn, and so I know that you guys provide all that kind of exposure. Well, that's great. How do people sign up for that kind of stuff?
Oh, sure. They can go to sanantonio.gov/parksandrec, or they can go in person to area pools throughout San Antonio to sign up in person.
Very good. Well, here in District 6, we have a very unique asset in the Enrique Barrera Fitness Center,
yes,
which I know that everybody is incredibly excited about.
Me too.
Tell us a lot about that, because
Sure,
it's an incredibly cool thing.
So the Enrique Barrera Fitness Center, it offers a weight system, workout equipment, fitness classes, all for only $10 a month. On top of that, we offer discounted rates for youth and senior citizens, so it's absolutely one of the best gym deals in town.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And so you said it's $10 a month.
$10 a month.
And that's per individual or per family?
Per individual.
Per individual, which is still a pretty darn good price when you compare that to virtually any other fitness, and you're providing a lot of the services. Now, along with that, a lot of folks, certainly in my case, we've got two little furry guys that run around the house. Is it pet friendly? Can they bring pets? So how do we accommodate for our pets?
Pets are such an important part of our family, and that's the same for our parks family too. We offer 6 dog parks throughout San Antonio, including the Tom Slick Dog Park within District 6. It's over a full acre of activities for dogs to run, jump, play, and explore.
Very cool. Now, in closing, I know that this segment will be running throughout the month of August, and that'll be almost the time when kids are transitioning from summer programs back to school programs. And I still haven't figured out who's more excited. Is it the kids that are going back to school, or is it the parents because the kids are going back to school? I haven't figured that one out yet.
I think it's got to be both.
It's got to be a little bit of both. But do we work pretty closely with the school districts to make sure that the things that we've got them engaged in, that they continue to do that within the school system and continue that outgoing physical fitness focus?
Absolutely. We want to make sure that we're continuing to educate all members of the community, senior citizens, parents, youth, millennials, just as to the many assets that we have within the San Antonio Parks and Recreation Department. Not just our parks, but our senior and adult centers, our community centers, our pools, and especially our fitness in the park classes as well. One of the great things we do is we offer thousands of free fitness classes at parks throughout San Antonio, everything from yoga to Tai Chi to circuit training. There's just so many assets for people to come out, enjoy their parks, engage with nature, and try something new and meet new people in the community. So we want to make sure we're getting the word out to get them out to parks. Yeah,
quality of life, right? Underscore quality, yeah, a very good thing. And the community's been very supportive of that. I know that in 2012 we were able to set aside some money, park investments. That's worked out quite well. Without getting into a commercial pitch here for a 2017 bond, there will be a significant amount of focus as well on parks and investment in those parks. We certainly realize that it's important to the community. I'm sure we'll have a great dialogue and eventually continue the investment in these great parks, and then letting you guys manage not only the parks but the programs. And thank you very much for doing that.
We're glad to do it. Yes, the more we grow and maintain our parks, the better San Antonio will be, and the healthier San Antonio will be.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much. That's all the time we have for this episode. I'd like to once again thank my guests for taking the time to provide us with such great information. I look forward to our upcoming shows, and until next time, I'm your City Councilman, Ray Lopez. Have a great day.
Hey San Antonio, ride sharing is back. Yay!
And it's safer than ever.
Now, when you order a ride, you can see right there on the screen whether the driver has passed the background check by the San Antonio Police Department. Rideshare drivers who pass the test will have a verification number on the Rideshare app. If the app assigns you a driver that doesn't have the verification number, you can cancel that ride and request another. Drivers can get the verification for free by downloading an application from the City of San Antonio website. The police department will take their photo and fingerprints and run the prints through an FBI database. Drivers who pass the background check will have the verification card emailed to them, which they can upload to the app. It's that easy. Now, if there is just a certification for online dating,